good morning. My name is Joyce. This is the Breakfast Show on TSN Nigeria TV. Thank you for sticking around. Like I said earlier, I have a story to share that kind of got me in an emotional state, and I want to see if it gets you emotional too.
Don't get emotional.
I'm an emotional person.
When did that start? Anyways,
Your story.
your story.
I will not be slandered. So a friend of mine called me about Thursday, I think. Yes, Thursday. And apparently she's been seeing this guy. I'm putting "seeing" in air quotes because you know we're in a generation where nobody really comes out to say, I want you to be my girlfriend. You just talk for a while, talk, before you know you're friending. Anyways, she's been talking to this guy for a couple of months now, and it seems like everything was going fine and great. Until about 2 weeks ago, he stopped calling, he stopped texting, and everything. So obviously she started calling, he doesn't pick up her calls, doesn't reply her texts. He just fell off the face of the earth. So she was really worried, thinking that maybe he died or was really sick. Until one day she saw him out on Lagos Island, just living la vida loca. Nothing was wrong with him.
Did she confront him?
No, she didn't. She moved on. And then it reminded me of an episode of Insecure that I saw. Insecure was a series by Issa Rae, where she was dating this guy and he just disappeared. And the term is called ghosting.
Oh.
So I went to research. Now, ghosting is when a person walks out of a personal relationship with seemingly no problems, no quarrel, no disagreements. One person just gets up and leaves with zero explanation. Now, professionals have called this emotional abuse and emotional cruelty, and ghosting can take on several different terms. You can be ghosted by your friend, family members, your parents, or even an employer. Now, ghosting for an employer means that the person assured you that they were going to give you a job, and then they didn't, and they didn't tell you why. So, ladies,
Ghosting.
let's talk about
The question is, have you been ghosted?
Yeah, I have. Funny enough.
Oh,
No, it happened when I was in my 100 level. I actually met this guy and we were dating, and I thought I loved him. I thought he loved me.
God.
And then we didn't quarrel, but then we came back for second semester and we just stopped talking to me.
Hey, God.
Like I actually tried. Like,
She just-
I tried to talk to him.
yeah, to find
I
out.
tried to play it up, but it just gave me that silent treatment. And then I was heartbroken and cried.
Oh.
I wasn't happy. I didn't start into depression, but I got over it. But the good thing was that earlier this year, he messaged me and actually told me he was sorry. But come on, after all I went
After all those
back,
years.
and yeah, it's really not a nice place to be. Like when you are ghosted, the emotional trauma, the heartbreak. I really don't want my enemies to be ghosted.
Oh, thank you.
I want my enemies to be ghosted.
No, I don't know if I should say I have been ghosted because it doesn't. You know what? I have been ghosted. I will belong. I have been ghosted, but it was by a guy that's asking me out.
Okay.
Now, some people have claimed that I have no right to be angry, but this is my argument.
Okay.
Okay.
Shoot.
So he was asking me out. Obviously, I wasn't interested, so I said no. But I wanted to keep the friendship, and he seemed like he was really cool with keeping the friendship. And then one day he just,
Wow.
like, we had a long conversation. I was going to come because he stays in Lagos. I was supposed to go to Lagos that weekend for something. Like, when I come through, we'll hang and stuff. Like, okay, cool, we had plans. And then he just disappeared. I called and called, no answers. I texted, nothing.
Oh my God, you were ghosted.
Till as we are talking right now.
Still no connection.
No connection.
No.
And then people are making me feel like I'm overreacting, like I shouldn't be, like I already said no to him, so why am I getting offended that he ghosted? And I'm just over here like, why not? Now, look at this, okay, this is something that I've had a conversation with several guys and they've been against me, but I'm happy to be this now.
Okay.
Guys always believe that if you ask a girl out and she says no, you can ghost and there is zero problems with it. But my argument is this. Before you came into that girl's life, she was fine. She was minding her business and paying her tithes. And then you came.
Yes, she was paying her tithes.
And because you wanted to be in her life, you put your best foot forward. You were your most perfect self. You were amazing. You did all the calling, all the texting. You were a shoulder to lean on. You were a brand new friend, probably one of the best friends she's had in that period of her life. And then one day you disappear. It's just wrong.
You've ghosted.
She's not going to agree.
You-
Well, I wouldn't think that it's reason why he disappeared.
decided to ghost you?
Now,
Because you've done it.
hold that thought. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you watching right now. If you have been ghosted at any point in your life, or you know a story of ghosting, or how you feel about ghosting, do you feel it's okay? Do you feel it's wrong? We would love to know. Please drop your comments in TSN Nigeria TV, and we'll be reading each and every comment. Now, Ejiro, say the horrible thing you're about to say.
Okay,
Oh my
I'm trying to make an excuse for the guy. Now, what happens most times is when a guy asks you out, he has put his best foot forward and you're not making any attempt. I'm going to tell you that probably somebody else came and said yes.
Okay, then have a conversation about it.
You don't have conversation with
Or at least
because you already
be
said
a decent human
You already
being.
said no. And I personally, okay, I didn't know I used to ghost people. And when this
If you're watching and she has ghosted you.
when this whole topic came up, I was like, okay, so I have ghosted someone, and I have been ghosted too. I just didn't know that's what it was. But you know, when one of the things I was reading an article and I realized I was just the exact person. Now, when a guy asked me out and I'm really not interested, I put up the conversation for a while, and then I just blank out sometimes. Yeah, I actually have done what that guy did to you, and so I put up the communication, and then I'm really not feeling the conversation anymore. I just save your call and stop and get the idea. Yeah, so, but in my defense,
Oh, you have a defense.
in my defense, I'm going to take it from this angle. I'm not so much of a confrontational person. Although I've started being very confrontational, but then I didn't used to be so confrontational, so I didn't know how to just say, leave me alone. I'm really not interested. I didn't want it to hurt the person's feelings, and I did not want to, in the process, look like the bad person.
So instead, you emotionally abuse them. Okay.
I didn't see it from that angle.
But I feel personally that the whole ghosting thing, it has the whole dual functionality on both individuals. I'm not trying to be safe here, but I have been ghosted.
Have you?
Yes, I have been ghosted, but like Ejiro said, I never knew that was the term to it. You get ghosted. You know, being at the receiving end, there is this hole in your heart, and there's this closure you want to get. Like, why would somebody just want to leave me out there in the dark when I didn't do anything? You even start retracting. Okay, we talked from this to this. Didn't mean it like this. Just start stressing. No, my brain cells. What did I literally do? Now, most of them don't know how to handle rejection, or maybe you people have already built this relationship as friends, and they feel like, oh, I can't have this with this girl, so let me just give her in quotes, a soft landing, and they just go. No communication.
How is that a soft landing?
They feel the psychologist says that if they feel it's a soft landing when they just leave the girl to be, but the girl on the other hand, she has a hole in her heart. Her heart aches because trust me, over time you've been emotionally dependent on this guy. Attachment has happened. So maybe you come from work, you're calling him and you're telling him how your day went, and you just have someone to listen to you.
Explaining my life.
One of the things I'm going to call in and say that I understand. I have been ghosted, and it wasn't a funny thing. Yes, I've been ghosted, so don't make it sound like I just did the ghosting.
But you did the ghosting a lot.
A lot.
No,
Yours was just karma.
Oh my God.
So you don't have the right to complain. Yours was
So
karma.
I'm going to call in and say that when people ghost you, they do not know that they're actually doing something wrong.
They know.
Actually,
No, I want to interject. I'm going to interject. They know.
No, they don't know.
They
In
know.
my case, I did not know I was
No,
ghosted.
No, because you didn't know. They know. They know. They know.
I'm gonna come in and say that it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Please do not
I'm
ghost
sorry.
anybody.
I want to interject.
She's saying that she doesn't know, so she was unaware when she didn't pick the call. She was unaware when she didn't reply the message.
She knew because you were even sending them a silent signal that saying I am not interested.
So there are other reasons for people to ghost. Don't make it sound like such a bad thing to ghost someone.
You were ghosted.
I should come in here. I should also present this fact to you guys. Now, ghosting, the term ghosting was birthed in 2011. And then it was added to the dictionary, the Collins Dictionary, in 2015. Now, the reason why it became so popular in 2011 was the rise of social media, the internet, and the social networking. So a lot of people have argued that social media is one of the reasons why ghosting is so popular, because you can just disappear and nobody can find you on sessions.
Yes.
So do you guys believe that social media is the reason why people are ghosting?
It's one of the major reasons, because the social media dating. Now people start a relationship on social media and they never get to meet. And then one day the person
Stop talking about I am my ex.
Your life is out there.
Stops talking to you. You cannot confront the person. Social media does that. I mean, I start talking to you on social media, and I'm talking to you on Facebook, for example. We talk. I send you pictures. I tell you how them. And then one day I'm just like, here's the block.
Domitila.
A block. And then
You just sound like a professional. Like you just do this.
Like she just blocks.
As you just
no explanation. We didn't quarrel.
it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes, but I'm going to say this, that what happens, I'm going to say from that, because I'm no more like that. Now I just confront you and tell you, I'm really not interested, let's not push this. So what happens most times is because, like I said, because I'm not a confrontational person, and then there's a certain level of self-esteem issues that needed to be dealt with. I would say, I don't want to confront this person and be a bad person, and in the process, I am hurting the person. Because what happens when you ghost someone is that you're hurting the person, especially when it happened to me. It dawned on me what I was doing. Do you understand? So you begin to hurt, you begin to ask yourself, what did I go wrong? You begin to backtrack, like Neki said,
Yeah,
conversation. Was there any time when I said something a bit off that didn't go well? Was it the last conversation? Was it the way I laughed the last time? Now you put question in this person's mind, and like she said, she became emotionally heartbroken. And this, in your case, you're seeing him every day, right?
Yeah.
That's the painful part, and you're seeing him every day, and you had to deal with the fact that I was once talking to that person, and then all of a sudden we didn't quarrel, nothing happened. That's happened to me, and it maybe didn't happen to me in terms of relationship, but in terms of friendship. I was close to someone, and then I don't know what happened, I don't know when it happened, I just realized. We were not talking, I wasn't going to her house anymore, she wasn't calling me, she wasn't texting, she wasn't saying anything, we were not just doing anything
again.
And so I had issues. I had to see her once, and then she says nothing is wrong.
I hate those people.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But they were the one that took the step in to retract all form of communication.
Like people don't really have conversations about. We don't have a conversation about friendship breakups. They are the most painful. Of all kinds of, especially
stuff together. It's like
the person has seen your vulnerable states and
they know so much about
you.
Just break the connection. I'm like, something is wrong. And I kept trying to reach out to her. I kept trying, and I'm big on friendship. So the thing got to me. I had to talk.
It's Hamasha.
Oh my God.
I talked to people about, I don't know what I did to her, what happened.
It was her decision.
I couldn't connect. I kept trying to reach out to her, but she just blanked out. She just says, no, there's no problem. We're still friends. I'm like, how, where, when do we see anything?
Really enough, I am the least confrontational person I've ever met. Okay. Like I don't do confrontation.
I do confrontations a lot because I do confrontation maybe because of how I was my family, how we grew up. I grew up in a family whereby if you do something, you talk about it. My sister can walk up to me and say, I don't like what you do, don't touch my stuff. So from my sisters, I learned how to do the whole boundary thing. So I learned how to be confrontational because even while going to school, I had to, come out in a way that I don't offend you, but you would know that what you did, I did not like it.
No, I had to learn how to be confrontational. My entire life, especially when I was in university, I am the least confrontational person.
I had to learn it.
If you offend me, I wouldn't say anything about it. You do it again, I won't say anything about it. You do it like 5 times.
And it's piling up. And then one day,
I'll just leave you alone like, this person is going to kill me one day. Let me just leave. I do, from that standpoint, I for some reason would understand ghosting from the point of the person that is doing it. But still, I haven't ghosted anybody. if I don't like you, I will tell you that I don't like you.
Apologize and jumping out.
Because I feel like I don't have a middle point.
Yeah.
I usually extremely like you or I don't like you at all. Either I'm too emotionally vested or I'm not emotionally invested at all. So when I am not emotionally vested, I can tell you that it's excuse me, Kunle, it's not gonna work out. Excuse me.
But I
love you. I will not be able to say that. But let's leave the relationship ground now. Let's come down to employment ghosting. This one has happened to me. If you are watching this, I didn't forgive you. It was really horrible. Like I did the audition. I went for the interview. You know, we can't wait to have you. I was shaking hands, and then radio silence.
Oh my God, that could have been so.
Have you guys ever experienced this before? Employment ghosting.
I think I have once. I have once because there's this high expectation. They've even raised your hope.
My sister.
Do you understand? They on the other hand, they've raised your hope. They've given, okay, when you come in, when you come on board, these are the benefits you're gonna have. You know, you're very smart. They'll start telling you your qualifications and all of that. At the end of the day, they don't call you. And I think it's a lesson for me. I learned not to be have too many expectations from things that I put into, and I should not be emotionally vested, your word, into people's words. Do you understand? And again, I say them as people that they're not even reputable, because why would you say those things to me and then at the end of the day you don't keep your words? It means when I come into that kind of system, I'll be undulated a lot.
Now, because of this thing, I actually went and had a conversation with a HR specialist on this situation. I spoke about employment ghosting, and then she was like, sometimes the company will realize that you're not a good fit after they've seen other candidates. Like maybe on ground that day at the interview, you did so well, you were outstanding, they were sure that you were going to be perfect at the office. Do you understand? And then they meet like 3 other people, and then they're like,
There's already a speculation.
You know, Kunle was really nice, but Femi is really showing out. Or maybe it seems like there might be some ties. You might find out that the CEO and Femi went to the same university. So now Femi is an alumni and he's an alumni and another, oh, this is my brother and this is happening. Or maybe your qualifications were right, but you didn't bring the right attitude. Or they saw someone that was just more exciting. But do you think that they should write you a rejection letter if they do decide to change their minds? Especially when they've told you beforehand that we're going to keep you.
I think they should get back to you because already they raised their hopes high, and you are sure that
in developed countries they do that.
So
we're sorry to
state your reasons. We can't
get you
now. So you just.
But basically, ghosting in any angle that we look at it, there's always one party that will be hurt at the end of the day. Some people might not necessarily know that. The company, they don't even know that maybe they ghosted on you. They may feel that, oh, they had many applicants. After all, it's a job, it's their thing. They can't get back to everybody. But they don't know the psychological effect it has on you for you to push for the next job opportunity that you have. You might go and say, this company that did like this, what if I go the next time and they're like, yes.
Really shocked me.
Especially when you knew the job.
Interviews, I didn't apply for
that's
anything.
a psychological. Yes, that's a psychological effect, because it's ghosting. It's more of a mental thing. It's more of a mind thing. It's a mind game. So you can imagine if you're not psychologically fit, if you're not emotionally strengthened, and people begin to play on your emotions that way, it can knock you off. It can knock you off. That is why I still have the ideology that some people know what they are doing instead of ghosting, especially.
All right, I'm going to help with. They know what they're doing. Now, what do you do when you've been ghosted? I would say that when you've been ghosted, you make excuse for the person.
I don't.
Why? Because you need to heal quick.
That's true.
You need to heal quick and move on to the next thing, so you don't think the whole universe is against you. You need to make an excuse for the person. It's the person who has an issue. I don't
have an issue.
I'm a good person. Be confident of yourself, Joyce. You're a beautiful girl.
I don't make a choice for them. I just say this is a horrible human being. This is a horrible human being.
Yeah,
and I am an angel. I am a diamond.
Exactly.
I don't need this. I don't need this.
Girl power.
Yeah, and then I think the next thing you do is you move on. There's so much more out there. Move on. People will be people. Human beings will be human beings. Like you say sometimes, it's very wicked. But moving forward, you move forward. You know, just move ahead. Reach out for distance. Do not think of the worst about people.
After they ghosted you.
You don't think about what's with them.
Because all the guys that you have ghosted think you were
When I was ghosted, like after a while, I actually started. What I did was I started doing things I love most. So I had to go to church, become a dance choreographer for
that guy one is so for Christ.
So I did.
Joyce, you're amazing.
After a while, I could see him and just say wave and pass.
Yeah, any
feeling of interest to it. So I think when you go steady, the best way to quickly come at it, do something you like, you love more.
And also to come in and how to help.
I love how we're all doing this.
I think you should have a very open mind towards relationship with people. Don't have the whole mind of this person is like just don't have the premonition of we might have a future together or start dreaming of the wedding bells or the marriage. You know, I think yes, I am not doing that. I am saying that just have a very open mind about the relationship, the friendship. When you meet guys, you meet girls. I think that's what I am doing. Be open-minded with people, but don't push in your emotions quickly. As quickly as maybe in 3 days, in 1 week. Even if the guy is all pushy, you need to protect yourself.
You need to just protect yourself. It doesn't really happen in 3 days. You can be ghosted by a person you've been dating for 4 years.
It depends on the circumstance. That's what I'm saying. Because it has happened, it has happened. Moving forward, like Ejiro would say, just be open-minded with people. Just cut them some slacks. Do you understand? And you could also go back to your table and check your. We all have our standards. I'm not saying drop your standards for anybody, but you just retract your steps. And I personally would say, after it has happened, just be open-minded with people and move on.
For me,
don't be so hard. Don't stay in your heart. Don't remember. Move forward.
Okay, for me, I believe that first of all, there is no period to mourn a loss. Any kind of loss is a loss, be it emotional, physical, death, heartbreak. There is really no period that is allowed for you to mourn the loss of a person. So you cannot decide to say that, oh, okay, this is time I'm going to spend mourning the person, and this is time I'm going to do this, or just moving on. Moving on is amazing to say, I'm going to move on, but doing it is an entirely different ballgame. So from my experience of being ghosted, what I have done, what I did for myself that has made me a lot better is to stop being emotionally secluded. Now, a lot of people are very emotionally secluded. What do I mean by this? They put all their emotions in one person,
yeah.
And that person is their A and Amen, is the beginning and the end, is the Alpha and Omega. And if that person leaves them, there's going to be emotional trauma. So what you can do for yourself is to make sure that you are not emotionally secluded. Yeah. Make sure that you have people around you. I'm not even saying when you get your heart broken. I'm saying in life. First of all, you're always going to need people. No man is an island. So when you always have people around you, if you find yourself in a state of emotional seclusion, you know that you could call up Neki and say, Neki, what's up? I want to hang.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
And say, I want to hang.
Yeah.
So for the past 3 years, you've been only calling Joanne, and then Joanne leaves you, and then you have no one. Always try to make sure that you are not emotionally secluded.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
This is the moment where we just need to hold hands together. Just saying,
to take on the breakfast show this morning. We converse about the art of ghosting, the problems with ghosting, why people ghost, and what you should do if you have been ghosted. But just to make sure that you do not ghost us, go on YouTube right now. Go to TSL Nigeria Space TV. Do not ghost us after this conversation. And make sure you subscribe and turn on our notifications. Remember to follow us on all our socials. It's TSL Nigeria Space TV. We'll be there for you. We'll come back again tomorrow for another exciting conversation. Remember, do not ghost. It's bad. Grow up.
Yeah.
We'll be here again tomorrow. My name is Joyce Chicks. Have yourself a lovely day. Good morning.
Good morning.